if I could full-time stream and not be burdened with work, then I would be working on these tools quicker. But I've been having to try to scale down what I'm doing with my off time because I'm so burnt out. I'll finish work, do a multi-hour stream, and then be overnight working a couple hours on a tool and try to do some shit for YouTube and just can't fit it all. That's why I've been trying to stream less, even though I've already hit like 3 hours and I'm gonna go for another couple more invasions. And yesterday I streamed like 5, and that was a mistake. I should have streamed like 2.5, gone to sleep, and then divvied up the spare time working on finishing up the armor optimizer because that tool was going to be really popular. We will make a whole army of clown monster builds with armor that just is just whatever the hell makes sense. And that, even though it'll support fashion as well. So the funny thing, Spike, is that like work has not been super demanding hours-wise. It's just I keep trying to cram too much shit in my off time, and there's no optimization for that at all. Like, I need to start conceding and saying, like, rather than working between 40 and 50 hours a week, depending on the week for the most part, rather than that and then trying to work on all this other shit and then, have all this time eaten up by like, okay, I'm doing meal prep and I'm doing all this other shit. I need to make all the concessions that people are making, like grab a meal delivery service, hire a maid, and like all the shit that I just don't have fucking time for, that I can reasonably have somebody else do, even though it feels lazy and wasteful. Every few days, a few days worth of meals delivered, and just, that saves time. Yeah, and just, have once a week, have somebody come in and just clean my apartment. It just feels so, I don't know, it took a while for me to get to a point where I can afford that shit. My entire time growing up we could barely afford shit, and, we were penny pinching as best as we can. Based on how much money my dad was making back in the day, before shit went downhill, and that's when we started pinching, the one time when we could have afforded it, it would have been a huge benefit. And the issue is that, like, before and after that point, my family had grown up in a state of, like, not, like, that, any investment like that was spending money, and spending money could never be an investment, basically. Spending money, like, saving money was the biggest deal, and that's an issue. The money I would spend on a cleaning service and some people doing, like meal delivery services, or, god damn it. Gotta pay attention. The money I'd be spending on that doesn't outweigh the time that I save, and I have too much shit I want to do, and life is too short, and I'm getting older. I'm gonna be like 38 this year. I think part of the issue as well is that my grandparents were like World War II era, and the whole idea of needing to ration. Like, spending money was the worst thing you can do, because it was so much better to just put in as much effort as you can at any level of stress to make ends meet. And that's not an issue. I'm not in that scenario anymore. I know a lot of people are, and that's kind of why I feel bad about spending the money I have. I don't even make a lot. I just make enough to afford meal prep and shit. Where I'm at is basically not destitute. That's the threshold that I'm at. And because of that, I should be using that time to do things that I want to do, like make armor optimizers and fucking whatever else I'm going to do. Work on videos. And that was why when I was making videos earlier, I had hired an editor, and that saved a lot of time.